Welcome to West Sound TV presents High School Football 2015. We are at Kitsap Bank Stadium here in South Kitsap and taking on the game of the week with South Kitsap playing the Olympia Bears. I'm Kitty Campagna and I'm it as far as a voice goes this evening, so I'm sure you'll get used to that and or just listen without sound if you need to. But on camera and running the computer in the stream, we have Spencer Anderson, my other two partners in crime, both Dave Ziesmer and Doc Parr, just a little bit under the weather, despite the fact that it cleared up today to be a mighty nice night. It was in the 60s when I got here, a little bit of wind whipping out down there, but these guys are getting ready to play football. For those of you who tuned into the live stream before we actually started talking, you might have noticed that both teams chose to be in the locker room during the national anthem. The coaching staff for Olympia out on the field, the coaching staff for South Kitsap actually in the locker room as well. I've not spoken to anyone to know the exact meaning behind it all, but I believe it's probably a shout out to the Seahawks and to all those gentlemen who have been protesting injustice in the NFL, and kind of a nice thought, but that all these guys understand that it doesn't just happen at that level. They too can have a voice and share it with us, and everyone, still a beautiful national anthem. The color guard this evening was commanded by Cadet Lorinda Hagen. Then we had Cadet Lori Anna Big Beaver, Cadet Philip Figueroa, and Cadet Dustin Christensen. The Olympia Bears are in white with the blue numbers, and the South Kitsap Wolves in maroon with white numbers. Olympia will kick off. They come in with a 3-1 record, having lost to Curtis last week, 17-14. And South Kitsap 0-4, hoping to get a chance to turn around their season and see if they can get wins in this so difficult SPSL 4A division. Kicking off for the Bears, number 50. That's Tyson Holloway. Down to the back man, he's got a little bit of a lane. And several Bears trying to bring him down, no whistle. Finally. Coming up from the bottom of that pile, number 24, Devondre Davis for South Kitsap. Our offensive starters, Alec Johnson at wide receiver, Nate Wadska. Oh, he's actually a defensive starter. I will find these guys for you. I turned over that piece of paper. Garrison Glisson at quarterback, hands it off, and they are met by a bevy of Bears, gain of approximately 3 yards. 2nd and 10 on the 29, 2nd and 8 on the 29. Number 13, Deshawn Keel, wide receiver. Blake Bingham at wide receiver. 34, Isaiah Davis, running back. Ethan Fragoso, right guard. Max Feldhacker, center. Darian Feather, right tackle. Thomas Bidewell, left guard. Mick Whitney, left tackle. And Quinn Oaken at wide receiver. Only 4 of them listed at wide receiver. My guess is that they... Oh, actually, we already have someone down on that last play. The training staff for South Kitsap out there. Not what you'd call a hot day, nothing like yesterday where it was 80 degrees. So cramping probably not as prevalent this evening. Athletic trainer is Chris Hyatt and Jeff Spalding. That is number 13, Deshawn Keel, who is one of the wide receivers getting up, being helped off the field right now. Resetting the offense at 2nd and 8 from the 31. Almost offsides on the Bears. But there was hesitation on getting it hiked. To the outside, man is open. He is out to pass the 35. Number 51 in on the tackle. That's Isaac Mukian, a senior. 3rd and 4. Number 10 in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, finds a receiver. Not a lot of yards on that. Ooh, they're going to give him a first down with forward progress. And South Kitsap starts out the game moving the chains. Handoff to the first man through, no. Oh, kept it. Had a man open. Number 2. That's Alec Johnson, unable to complete it, just goes straight through his hands. Had me convinced the first man through had it. Want to make sure you know that this is coming to you live thanks to the Kitsap Sun and the Peninsula Auto Group. We are the Friday night game of the week. Whistles everywhere. Illegal motion down there, and South will move back 5 yards, which is going to make it 2nd and 15. Back on the 35. Garrison Glisson, a 6'2", 190-pound senior at quarterback. Still in the shotgun. 16 with the blitz. It's picked up. Not much on that outside corner. Number 81 with the catch. That's Quinn Oaken. Gain of 1. 3rd and 14. Glisson coming closer to the sideline. So actually it's number 32. And again, we have a whistle. Movement by South Kitsap puts them back at 3rd and 19. First man through, not getting a whole lot. Just trying to get some positive yardage out of that. That was number 34, Isaiah Davis, and it looks like they're going to have to bring in their punter right now. That is Kyle Failing, 6'3", 165 pounds, and a senior. He handles the kicking and punting duties. Back for Olympia, number 5. E.B. Cisse. Oh, nice kick. Not a ton of distance, but he had good height. South Kitsap keeps it from bouncing back any farther, and Olympia is going to start with some great field position at the 45. Not quite in Bear territory yet, but knocking on the door already. This is the 4th game of the year for both of these teams. South comes in at 0-4. Just having a rough time in such a difficult division. they have played a ranked team pretty much every week. And Olympia comes in at 3-1 and ranked. On the outside corner, finding a little bit of room, gets into Wolf territory. The big running back. Second and probably about 2. Chain gang sets it up. Number 12 in the shotgun. Man in motion, hands it to the man behind him. It's number 25. That's Owen Shea. Shea with enough yardage to move the chains. That's going to be 1st and 10 on their own 45. Number 12 is Kettner Young, 6'2", 180 pounds, and a senior, one of the captains who went out for the toss. Man in motion, number 5, he gets the handoff. He takes off around the outside, does a little bit of a spin, but is spun down to the ground. That's number 34 bringing him down. Isaiah Davis, and it was E.B. Cisse with the run. Cisse, a 6-foot senior. That's going to put the chains at 2nd and 5. That looked like that had possibilities of a lot more till Davis came in for the tackle. Kettner keeps it. Finds a man across the middle. And I think it's number 4, Adam Berg, with the reception. That's certainly enough for a first down. They are now on the 21, 1st and 10. I am sure that the Bears are coming in here looking for some yardage and to score. They only scored 14 last week, and they're used to just a few more points. It's 28-21 win over Bellarmine, 28-14 over Rogers, and 41-0 over Emerald Ridge in their opener. 25, first man through. He is met by a trio of Wolves. That's DeAndre Matanane in on the tackle. And Owen Shea with the run again. Second and 10, no gain on that particular play. South hoping to bend but not break on this drive. Kettner Young back. Man in motion. Young takes it to the man on the outside. That's number 4 taking it forward. Not enough for a first down, but a nice little gain for him. Adam Berg, the senior. It's 3rd and 5. 5 minutes and 46 seconds left here in the first quarter. No score so far. Just a nice controlled drive here by the Olympia Bears. See if South can come up with a nice play and keep them from getting a first down. Oh, right in. He probably got 2 yards, but not enough for the first. 51 comes up pretty happy with the tackle. That's Darren Amian. Looks as if we are going to get a field goal try. Number 8, Kenneth Dinvey, in for the kick. And it is good. From about the 20-yard line and then add some. So at 4:43, Olympia Bears take a 3-0 lead, but South has got to be pretty happy with that. They've had some difficulty on defense coming in to tonight's game, giving up some big points. So when you come away with just 3 points on that, a nice job by the defense, especially since they had started at the 45 and really had a short field to go. South new coach has got to be happy with that. Their head coach this year, Corey Vartanian, and his assistants are Lyle Prowse, Alex Pfeiffer, Ryan Lund, Rob Ells, Kerry Krumsick, Dan Raymond, Sean Banks, Derek Salisbury, Michael Turso, James Brader, and Joseph Page. Different gentleman doing the kickoff. This is number 50, Tyson Holloway. Ball goes out of bounds, and that's going to work out nicely for South Kitsap. They'll get it up at the 35. Good starting position. First time through, South came away with a couple first downs, trying to build up their offense, get a little bit of confidence out there. Against Ferndale in week 3, they scored 21, so it's obvious that they've got some things that they can put together. Glisson back. Hands it to his first man through. He finds a little bit of a hole. Number 34 brought down by number 58. That's Isaiah Davis with the carry. And Noah Perala bringing him down. Clock ticking down. Still 4 minutes and 23 seconds left in the first quarter. 2nd and 7. Try to run to the outside. Not quite up the middle. Get a couple yards again. Looking at 3rd and 3. On the 44. Still trying to get into Bear territory. Nice little run by Davis. He's up to the 45, which should be a first down. It depends upon where. They're spotting it just a hair behind that 45-yard line. Look over to the bench, seeing what coach wants. Listed at 6'2", 190, but not under center, so you're probably not looking at a quarterback sneak. This is 4th and 1. Although the quarterback does keep it, he comes around the outside and he has his first down and might even be officially in or at the midpoint on the 50. Good bit of deception on that one. A lot of people believing it went handoff to the first guy through. Great job by Glisson. 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line. Keeps it. And with that wind blowing in his face, boy, that one was way short if the 81 was his actual target. Fairly decent wind out there. 81 is Quinn Oaken, another senior. These are seniors who just haven't seen a lot of success in their years here, but continue to come back and fight so hard and go through all the work that goes with the football program. Oaken taken down on the outside, a couple little extracurricular in there. Number 20, Bailey Nance, one of the Bears, in on the tackle. That will make it 3rd and 11, lost a yard on that play. Whistles again. And it will be movement on the South Kitsap Wolves. That going to make it that much tougher at 3rd and 16. These little penalties just not working out real well for them. Our referee out there today in the white hat is John Lambert. We were unable to get the whole crew, but we recognized our man in the white hat. Listen, getting signals from the sideline. Over on the opposite side of his bench. Gets it, hands it to the... He keeps it, comes around to the outside, and here comes the flag for pass interference. Nice route run by number 8. He was coming back to his quarterback. That's Riley Escolta. But he had a bear on his back, and he was on his back too soon. We'll have that confirmed, I assume, all the South Kitsap people moving forward, and I'm sure they would accept the penalty. That would give them a first down. Nice route, as I said. Escolta doing a great job of coming back to his quarterback. Not sure where they ran that one off and where they took it from. It must come from the line of scrimmage. So it was 3rd and 16. They got the 15-yard penalty. So it is now 3rd and 1. Handoff. And there is just a battle right at the 40. Again, I think it will be spotted. Well, it's hard to tell if they're going to call that a first down or not. They do have to get, well, that's true. They have to get all the way to the 40, so that is not a first down. 4th and 1. 1 minute, 17 seconds. Clock is stopped for a second. Referees discussing things. Reset. It's running once again. 4th. Oh, that's not going to help. Illegal procedure, and now the punting team is going to come on. They'd made it into Bear territory, which was a great sign. And needed just 1 to get that first down, but coach not thinking 6 is going to be as easy to get. And try to put those pin the Bears back a little bit. Gets the kickoff. And it is taking a South Kitsap bounce all the way down to the 15. Number 18, the kicker, Kyle Failing, coming off the field first. He does a really nice job of giving his defense more field. Running down to the end of the first quarter. We have 50.3 seconds now. Beautiful Kitsap Bank Stadium scoreboard out there. And the pass is over everybody. pretty sure the quarterback and the receiver were on 2 different pages in that playbook. That was number 5, E.B. Cisse, who was the only one close. Couple Wolves a little bit closer. Young back in the shotgun. Man in motion. Hands it to his first man through. Beautiful tackle. That is number 4 with the tackle, Nate Watska. He's the starting strong safety. 27 seconds, clock running down. A little bit of wind behind them all. And they have a timeout. And then I am not sure what he just signaled. Restarting the clock. Nope, clock's not running. Not sure why it stopped entirely there. Trying to get one more play in the first quarter. Long pass. No, and it's the receiver number 5, but he's going. He's got the down to the 10, down to the end zone. Just a beautiful pass that time. He and the receiver, E.B. Cisse, 100% on the same page. That is a 80-yard touchdown pass. And coming in for the extra point, number 8 again, Kenneth Dinvey. Kenneth with the field goal earlier. And he is solid with the extra point. So with 4.4 seconds left here in the first quarter, it is now 10-0 in favor of Olympia. What a beautiful pass that was. It was actually fairly well defended, but just thrown where only the receiver, who was a little bit faster than the defender, that Cisse, running a great sideline route, and absolutely no one with any sort of angle where they were going to get him after he received. Up until then, South doing a really nice job. They kept the run game from taking off, and that was just one of those connections that you couldn't stop. South sends its receiving team out. This time, Dinvey will kick it. (6'1", 185, junior. They've been going with Tyson Holloway on the kickoff, so maybe this is just to give him an opportunity. He's done great on the extra points and field goals. Kind of nice to have more than one option on your kicking game. Boots it towards the sideline. South Kitsap picks it up. They have a lane all the way out to the 40. Not sure who that was who had the ball. Nathan Marin, one of the gentlemen getting up from there. And that should be the end of the first quarter, although I've not heard any bells or whistles to make it happen. They are pointing at it now, and they will switch the way as they go. At the end of one quarter, Olympia Bears 10 and the South Kitsap Wolves 0. Welcome back to the beginning of the second quarter of action here at South Kitsap Stadium, Kitsap Bank Stadium. Brand beautiful turf, just a great evening. The rains have held off. There's a little bit of wind out there. The band is playing up a storm. The South Kitsap Wolves putting up a pretty good fight. Olympia ending that first quarter with that 80-yard pass play that didn't break anybody's back, but it just makes life tough. But South answers. They are now on their own, on the Bear 40. And with that pass play, they garner a first down. So across the 50-yard line, they are already in their own territory. First and 10 from the 50. Still Glisson in the shotgun. Hands it off. He kept that himself on the option. He's got me convinced each time. Only a gain of 1. Obviously, the Bears doing a little bit better job of picking that up. Hands it off to number 34. He's got a whole line pushing him forward and a bunch of Bears trying to push him back. Nice gain on that. Peeling Bears and Wolves off the pack. That's number 34, Isaiah Davis. Davis doing a bunch of the work out there. Glisson's still there with Davis behind him. Davis takes it forward. Has to get to past the 40. And is not that far. Again, they are faced with a 4th down and short. 4th and 1. 32 bringing in the play from the sideline. That's Blake Bingham. Blake at wide receiver. All of the action taking place on the right hashtag, which has got to make it tough. I think South Kitsap finally calling a timeout. Really tough to get your signals all the way across that field. But this is essential that they get this first down. I've just been informed that we're also live on SKTV right now, and we'd like to thank the South Kitsap video production people and Matthew Swaggart for getting us up there. That's awesome. And of course, thanking the Kitsap Sun for doing the game of the week, the Peninsula Auto Group. You have free oil changes for life. They are the group that do not work on Sundays because that's a family day for all the people that work there. They have lower tax rates at Peninsula Subaru, so those are some pretty cool things that they have going there, and they have been one of the sponsors of the Game of the Week forever. 4th and 1. Davis going around the outside. He's got a little bit of a lane. He's got his first down. Nice job. Great job of the blockers being able to keep that from getting strung out too much and taking him forward. That is another first down, a well-run play. South mixing it up quite nicely with the types of running that they've called. They've also done a little bit of passing here and there. Nothing real long yet. Isaiah Davis just been the workhorse, though. He of the kind of pink shoes. Right now he is a blocker. Oh, that pass out to number 8 was looking sharp. That was Riley Escolta where it came off of his hands. Again, a well-designed play with his running back staying in as a blocker. Escolta going out, just not quite connecting. 9 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the first half. South doing a great job, have a really nice, until that. And it is picked up by the Bears. That is number 74, probably the only time he'll get a carry. Vinny Baroga, such a good job up until that hike. That is one of the difficulties that comes with the shotgun. It's where up till then, most of the hikes had been right on, and that is a difficult thing. So South is going to have to go back on defense. It is 1st and 10 on their own 46. And the Bears have another short field. Turnover's never a good thing. Finds his outside receiver, taken down quickly. Getting up with the ball, number 4, Adam Berg. One of his couple different weapons that he's used in the air. That gained 7. 2nd and 3 from the 39. Young in the shotgun. Hands off to his first man through. That's number 25, Owen Shea. Owen is a 6'1", 200-pound senior, and he will move the chains with that run. Bears also doing a good job of switching between running and passing. South Kitsap again going to try to do that bend but not breaking. They were really tough on the first drive of the half. Ooh, sweep to the outside. And he's got a lane and he's going. He's to the 10, to the 5, and the end zone. And it is number 34, who is Echin Pettis, another senior for this Bear squad. At 8 minutes and 11 seconds in the second quarter, another score for the Olympia Bears. And I thought they were going to go for 2 just to try it. But number 8 back in there with this kick and shoe on. Kenneth Dinu. And it goes off the upright, so even though it's not quite blocked that kick that the fans are looking for, it is no good. Olympia with a 16-0 lead at the 8:11 mark in the second quarter. We are West Sound TV, or I am West Sound TV, along with Spencer Anderson helping out tonight. He is running our computer, making sure this is live streaming on the kitsapsun.com/GOTW. And as Doc always likes to point out, that stands for Game of the Week. And without Doc or Dave Ziesmer, both under the weather, they've got whatever crud is out there, and so I've tried not to breathe any of their air. and trying to bring you this great game. It's so much fun to come to South Kitsap, such a beautiful facility. Some great help from the people here. Emma Ledoux, the assistant athletic director, getting me whatever I needed, getting us a spot up here in the booth, and just been a pleasure to work with all of them. So we are excited to bring you the Wolves. We know that it's been a tough season, but as I explained to everybody, we are believers in positivity. We know the number of hours that these kids put in and that the coaches put in. And when you are not getting the results you're hoping for, it can get pretty tough, but you really got to like the resolve that they have out there, going out and just fighting every week. And behind 16-0 here in the first half. Number 8, Dinu, with the kickoff again. Back for the Wolves, we have number 81. That's Quinn Oaken. And I cannot catch the number. It begins with the 2. A fairly short kickoff to the 20. It's Oaken with the ball, trying to find a lane. He's going on the outside. He has so many Bears there that they are just going to take him out of bounds. Awfully brave. Got an extra 10 yards out of that. They're the 29. Nice, tough run. I would run from Bears too. They're absolutely. You just need. I guess they needed to bring their bear spray, move to Montana, and buy the huge side, the Costco size. 8:01 left in the second quarter. Hands off to Davis. Davis is finding a nice lane to his right, a little shimmy and shake, and he is up to the 37. Or more like the 30, 35 and a half. That makes it 2nd and 3. Glisten back. Hands it to Davis, and it was a little predictable there. 44 and 51. A couple of the Bears bringing him down. Jaron Thorpe and Isaac Bukian. That's going to lose a few yards. They are now on the 32. It's 3rd and 7. Glisten looking for a receiver. Finds his man across the middle, not able to hold on to it. And number 8 takes some punishment from 51. Isaac Mukin. 8 is Nathan Marin. Riley Escolta. That will bring in the kicking team at 4th and 7 on their own 32. Another tough. That one's picked up. And they are calling that a touchdown. Really tough. I wasn't sure if they got to advance it. I even saw him throw his flag down. But they've put the points up on the board, so that is another touchdown for the Olympia Bears. That snap just on the ground, the punter not able to pick it up. One more opportunity for the kicker for Olympia to work on that extra point. It's 6 minutes and 47 seconds. They do block the kick. And the South Kitsap fans are enjoying that, hoping that what the cheer they had given was some of the inspiration there. So it remains 22-0 with 6:47 remaining in the first half. Just a bad break there. South Kitsap doing a nice job of getting the first down, trying to move the ball down the field, and those turnovers can kill you, and they are right now. Coach out there talking to his squad, trying to keep them positive. On this Olympia side, the head coach is Steve Davis, and his assistants are Rick Chase, Tom Klein, Dennis Graham, Phil Harlan, Jarrett Hersey, Jimmy Hutvet, Trevor Hauser, Ryan Pittman, Connor Schultz, Steve Roth, Dennis Shea, Casey Thorpe. And as you may have noticed at this 4A division, there are a lot of kids on both sidelines. They need that many coaches to herd the kittens, or the bears, or the wolves, or whatever they have out there. But all the time that these coaches put in trying to develop these young men and teach them the game, pretty amazing. Score at 22-0. South Kitsap will be receiving the kickoff. And again, we have Ogan back there, and number 24, DeAndre Davis. Kick is a little bit short. One of the up men fighting for it. He's able to get it, and it ends up on the ground. That's what happens on some of those short kickoffs. And South Kitsap will take over on the 26, 1st and 10. They are right below our window where we're at. We're up in the press booth, really nice area. Liking that even though it isn't the 80 degrees of yesterday, it's still 50s and 60s, so we're with the window open. Nice and pleasant in here. Glisten back from the shotgun. Davis tries to move. Oh, he's got a lane. He breaks through. Second and 1, a gain of 9 on that particular run. No big surprise for these Bears that it's going to be Davis carrying it most of the time, but he's able to break a couple tackles and get a nice run out of that. Here goes Davis again. Oh, again, he's broken it. He's on the outside. He's to the 40, and he's knocked out of bounds by a couple of Bears. Some good blocking by the South Kitsap offensive line, but just a little bit of extra effort from Davis as well. 6 minutes and 7 seconds. Trailing 22-0. South Kitsap trying to put together a good drive here. Listen with the pass. He decides he's going to go forward instead. He's going to slide at the 30. Number 14 flying over the top of him, Tyler Woods. Good decision as they were just surrounding him in the backfield. 2nd and 1 at the 31. First man through with the ball, trying to fight through a bevy of Bears and just see if he got enough for a first down with the forward progress. He does. It is another first down for the Wolves. Running through the middle, picking up about 6 or 7 maybe. Another good fake to get his running back free on that one. 2nd and 1, so that was a gain of 9. Quarterback keeper runs into a big Bruin on the outside. Looks like he has enough for a first down, though. And our man in the white hat has pointed forward. First down, South Kitsap. On the 17-yard line. Solid drive going on right now. 4:43 remaining in this first half. Glisson is being followed by a lot of guys in white and blue. Throws that one out of bounds, got outside the tackle box, so he should be okay. Good decision by the senior. Too many guys in his backfield with him and didn't find any open receivers. Oh. They are going to call that intentional grounding since there was not a receiver down there, and they may not have the same tackle box ruling that they have in the pros. That is loss of down. It is now 2nd and 15 from the 23. Not a lot of yardage going to be found right there. In fact, I think he lost some yards. Number 5, along with several other Bears in on the tackle. That's E.B. Cisse. 3rd and 19 from the 27-yard line. Doing a little bit of the backward movement right now. Glisson in the shotgun. Had some good blocking. And I cannot tell if I don't see any signs of anything good happening down there. That's in a corner I can barely see. But an incomplete pass. He's been having to get rid of that ball so quickly. The Olympia Bears are right in his backfield as he gets the ball. Still, that will put it at 4th and 19. 3 minutes and 52 seconds left in the second quarter. South trailing 22-0, gonna go for it. Finds his man, found the wrong man. He a little bit high, he had a guy open across the middle, and it's the interception, which actually works better than an incompletion because now Olympia will have the ball at the 20. Again, the turnovers just killing the Wolves. Obviously, that was going to be an awfully tough get. The 16 to 19 yards for first down on a 4th down, and the right decision. The 3-pointer's not going to do you a whole lot of good at this point. Plus, it would have been a decent-sized field goal, although he would have had wind to his back. So the Bears come back out with a sizable lead. Young looking downfield. That's going to be a great interception. Number 24, DeAndre Davis. You could see that happening, that it just was underthrown, and Davis doing a great job of coming across the middle, looking back. Some of the thing that you don't see in the pros half the time, all they do is face guard and aren't looking. Beautiful job by Davis. So with 3 minutes and 35 seconds, first down and 10 on the 40. Field goal kicker warming up his leg just in case. Didn't call, I thought he might have had his knee down over there, but must not have. Good reception. That's number 8, Escolta. Trying to move with a little bit of a hurry-up offense. Clock is running. South looking to put some points on the board before halftime. Come over to the sideline. And number 20 hoping that was a lateral, which it was not, but Bailey Nance trying to go the other way with it. Again, the ball underthrown a bit. Those sideline patterns are a lot more yards than you think about. South still looking over to their coaches, getting the next play. 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the first half. And South is going to call a timeout. If you were looking at these guys through binoculars like I was, it was pretty obvious nobody was sure what the play was. 3rd and 8 from the 42. You want to try to get some positive yardage out of this, see if you can even get some points or at least get into Bear territory again. Solid drive the last time, just stalled out there with the 4th and 16. And just several good running plays by Isaiah Davis and just trying to get some confidence, building up what these guys can do. It is a very tough South Puget Sound League. They are led by Puyallup at 4-0, Graham Kapowsin at 4-0, Olympia at 3-1, Bellarmine 2-1, Sumner 2-1, Curtis was 1-3. You got Rogers at 0-3, South at 0-3 in league, and Emerald Ridge 0-4. Had a great plan on that play, set up the screen, but just unable to complete it again. Quarterbacks and receivers not quite connecting tonight. It is 4th and 8. 2 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the second quarter, or as first half, whichever way you want to look at that. And the punter back to kick it off and see if they can put him back a little bit deep. Again, a low snap. Nice job by the punter to get that up. Fair catch on the other end, and Olympia Bears starting at their own 34. 1st and 10, ahead 22-0. South showing some great signs of life on offense. One of those touchdowns for Olympia came on the recovery of a fumble, and others have come after turnovers. So the defense really doing a really nice job out there trying to stall this Bear drive. This time, Young under center. That's a whole new look. Keeps it. And it is intercepted by number 52. And he is brought down. It is the quarterback who brought him down. 52. I don't even have a 52 on my roster, so I can't give the credit to who it goes to, but great anticipation, read the eyes, saw the play, but also a really nice play by Kettner Young to make sure that he didn't go in for the touchdown. 1st and 5, or also known as goal to go for the South Kitsap Wolves. Glisson hands it off to Davis. Forges forward. Or maybe not forward. It looks like that chain gang may have moved back. 2nd and 7, actually loses 2 on that particular play. Glisson has it, and there no one is fooled, and there's going to be a penalty on number 50. Whether or not he meant to, he threw quarterback to the ground there at the end. Just a little bit too much extra shove once the whistle had blown. That's Tyson Holloway. That should give the Wolves an automatic first down. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the first half. We'll see if that is automatic. It will be half the distance to the goal. And it says 2nd and 7. So that may not be an automatic first down. Davis on the outside. He barrels in. He is at about the 4. So it is 3rd and goal to go from the 4. South trying desperately here with a minute 32, trying to get into the end zone. Bears not wanting to break. The extra blocking on the right, but there are too many Bears coming through that line. It is 4th and goal from, he is pushed back a couple yards, I'm sure. Fourth and 6. 59 seconds. Looks as if they are going for it. They at least have all their basic personnel out there. Looking to the sidelines for the play. Bears are just prowling, waiting for some action here. And a final timeout for South Kitsap. 36.8 seconds. It is 4th and goal to go from the 6-yard line. The opportunity for the Bears to cut into this 22-0 lead. Boy, Olympia just not given any ground, even with that penalty and the half the distance to the goal line. They'd pushed them back far enough that it meant about 7 yards, and that has been tough. 7 yards to pick up against this squad. They came in 3-1, having beaten Emerald Ridge in their first game, then Rogers of Puyallup and Bellarmine. They lost to Curtis 17-14 last Friday, and I think that just made them hungrier coming in today. Wolves are looking to try to pick up their first win of the season. Coach sends his squad out there. Senior Garrison Glisson at quarterback. Davis right behind him. And already a whistle. Oh, timeout by the Bears. I don't think they're really icing anyone. It just must not have felt that they had the right personnel or the right formation for what they were seeing coming out of South Kitsap. That will mean that South will regroup and either go with that same sort of play or change it entirely. The great chess match that happens out on a football field. It looks like just a bunch of tackling here and there and running, but there are so many things that go into running a play and knowing which way to block and what to do, which is one of the reasons this is such a fascinating game. 4th down, 6 yards to go. 36.8 seconds remaining here in the first half. South trailing 22-0, trying to put some points on that board. It's a really pretty scoreboard. It could use some maroon and white points. Man in motion. Glisson with the ball. He is being chased. He's doing a nice job of getting away. Makes the throw, and it is not going to make it to his receiver. They will turn it over on downs. So with 28 seconds, the Bears will have one more opportunity here in the first half. We'll see if they take a knee to end this, because South has no timeouts, or if they're actually going to see if they can get some yardage out of it. Last time they did the long pass, South with an interception. South with a couple interceptions here. And they take a knee, being extremely happy to go into halftime with a 22-0 lead. Both teams heading towards the locker rooms and going to make some adjustments, you think. South really acquitted themselves nicely. A couple opportunities in the red zone, just not able to come away with any points. Bears taking advantage of turnovers here in the first half, doing a nice job. But we will see what's going to happen in the second half. We're West Sound TV. I'm Kitty Campagna on the microphone. Spencer Anderson running the computer, giving you the video, and we will bring you that second half shortly. Welcome back to the second half of the 4A South Puget Sound League contest featuring Olympia Bears here at Joel Knowles Field, Kitsap Bank Stadium against South Kitsap. I'm Kitty Campagna on this microphone. I have Spencer Anderson, who is running computer and camera, and since I was all alone, I've been joined in the booth by Matthew Swagger, who has been with the South Kitsap Video Production Group since around 2003, and he's been doing home games forever. Since he didn't have anything to do, he came to the field and is going to help me out a little bit up here. Welcome, Matthew.
Thank you, Kitty. And I'd just like to say thank you, West Sound TV and the Kitsap Sun, for giving my students a little bit of a break. We're still a little bit rough around the edges, and we'll be good to go for 2 more football games coming up in October, a volleyball, and a few other matches. But they needed the rest right now, and because I'm used to doing every home game, I felt like I had nothing to do, so I crashed the party.
Well, so you came and put us on SKTV, which is awesome, and that's channel 205, at least on my wave cable.
Yeah, we're only wave cable, and one day we'll be other places, we hope.
They all hope that. That's part of the high school experience, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm just glad I've been able to join you and also just see the Wolves and the Bears at work here. It's always nice to see Friday Night Football, and hopefully the Wolves can come back and show the Bears what they can do, because I know the Wolves have been, some would say chewed up, but they've been struggling through it a bit this past year, and they're going to keep on going at it. They might win some, they might lose some, but they will still play. They
showed some great signs here in the first half. You know, they were in the red zone twice with opportunities to score and just didn't come out with any points. 22-0, that is 3 scores. That's all it is. If they can stop the Bears, who will be getting the opening kickoff here in the second half, then they might have an opportunity for the comeback.
Okay, and brought to go with the punt, the kickoff.
That is Kyle Failing with the kick. And back to receive it, number 2. Casey Kendall takes it up to about the 24, where the Bears will have first down, leading 22-0 at the start of the third quarter.
Looked like the Wolf there, and I sadly can't see the numbers because I forgot to bring binoculars. I got a good knee tackle on him to kind of stop him right there.
Yeah, you up here without binoculars, it's not happening on getting most of these. We aren't rich enough to hire a spotter, and I can't get Spencer to do one more job. I don't understand what his problem is. Number 34 with the ball. Great gang tackling by the Wolves. 34 is Eachin Pettis. He had a touchdown there in the first half.
Looks like he didn't get any forward progress on that.
They have it as 2nd and 9 on the board, but I'd agree with you that the 2s lined up with the other flag chain out there.
Yep.
This time under center, probably 3 to 4 yards on that particular run. 34 again. Exactly what South Kitsap wants to see. 3rd and long, 3rd and 5. Bears have come up well with a variety of plays so far in the first half. And definitely running, and this is the first time from shotgun this half, although they did it mainly shotgun in the first half for Young. Looking for a receiver, and that looks like it might have been tipped at the line, so that's going to be 3 and out. South Kitsap should be awfully happy about that.
That's the best way to start off your third quarter.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The other side being 3 and out, and you get the ball as quick as possible.
Coach Vartanian's got to be happy with what he's seen on that particular play. You always talk about the adjustments they make at half. Number 8 back for the punt return, Riley Escolta. Number 50 into kick. And it's gonna just barely get into Wolf territory. And the flags come flying.
I wonder why the flags came out on that. I didn't see anything. Did you?
Well, it looked like as the guy was trying to pick it up, there might have been some pushing or we shall look at John Lambert, see what he has to say. He is discussing the matter with his other referees and linesmen. That's a personal foul against the Bears. So that should be a 15-yarder.
That should put South about the 35-yard line.
As we talked about, great start to the third quarter, just what you want to see. From the point of the infraction, just as you predicted and with your math skills, Mr. Swagger, we are at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. 10 minutes and 24 seconds, not even 2 minutes off the clock here in the third quarter. This time they are working from the right hash marks, a little bit closer to their own bench, able to get that play in a little bit easier. From the shotgun, it's Glisson. Finds his receiver across the middle, cuts all the way to the sideline and past the 30. That is number 2, Alec Johnson, the sophomore, starting both on offense and defense.
Looks like he went out of bounds around the 23rd-yard line. So
you are very correct. I was looking at the wrong numbers there. This is why I like having more than one of us.
Hey, no problem. Actually, I was off. They got to the 25. So that's still a first down.
Listen with it again, looking to pass. Some good protection. Cannot catch it. That is Mr. Oaken, Quinn Oaken.
I actually haven't had Quinn in I actually work here at the high school, so I haven't had Quinn in my classes. But he is the son of one of our assistant principals, Casey Oaken. So I know he's been at this for 3 years now, and it's always great to see him play.
Well, they have him listed. He's not only the wide receiver, he's the punt and kick returner. Multi-talented young man, senior at 5'8", 150. First man through. Bears read it pretty nicely.
About 2 yards on that.
That is Isaiah Davis. That will make it 3rd and 8.
Looking on the sidelines just a moment ago, Jones for the Wolves, number 16, looked like he is warming up, hoping to get maybe the first points for South for the night.
He has been kicking into that little little net
all night long.
Exactly. So far, coach has gone for it every time on the 4th down, but maybe he'd like to get some points on the board this time. Listen, given all day to do this. And it's a touchdown! He threads the needle, goes over between a couple Bears. And I am not sure who that was. It may have been 81. If it was, that was Ogan, but great catch. Beautiful job by the line, giving Glisson a ton of time. And the Wolves are right back in this.
And they're about to go for the extra point here.
That's number 16, Detroit, Jones, as you said. I love his first name, Detroit. Yeah. So at 9:12 in the third quarter, it is 22-7 in favor of the Olympia Bears, but South Kitsap putting their first points on the scoreboard tonight.
I'm just hoping the cannon didn't shock the neighbors. I know we haven't heard it that much this year, but for those that don't know, every time South makes a touchdown, that cannon goes off. And it's a wonderful sound to hear if you're used to it.
Have they measured the decibel level by chance?
I don't think they want to get in trouble for that.
Exactly. Well, that's a great way to start their third quarter. Coaching staff has got to think that they've made some good adjustments. And you did see that connection between the quarterback and receivers that we weren't seeing in the first half. The pass was either a little high or maybe a drop here or there. So great to see that change coming into the second half.
Yeah.
And on the actual kickoff, we have Kyle Failing, the senior, back for the Bears. Number 13 and number 5, so that is Cisse and Cameron Kendall. No wind apparent right now. Earlier we had that flag flipping a little bit, but it's not moving at all. Nice long kick all the way back to the 7-yard line. But he has got a beeline straight up the middle. Makes it to the 33, 34.
Looks like, sorry, I was going to say, there looks like about 3 Wolves on that tackle.
Exactly, and that was Cisse who with the carry. So it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Last series, great series for the Wolf defense. The senior Young in the shotgun. Keeps it. This is read by the Wolf. And he overthrows his intended receiver. He did have his man beat. That was number 4, Adam Berg. That was some poise by Young as he was being chased by one of the South Wolves.
That's probably also why you just overthrew. When you see a wolf coming at you, you want to get rid of that ball as quickly as you can.
Both of these teams, I'm running from Bears, I'm running from Wolves. I'm just not even getting on that field. Young hands it off to number 25, and right in on the tackle is number 3, Dalton Sullivan. That's Owen Shea with the carry.
Looks like he was just taken down the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be another 3rd and 10.
Still on the 34. We liked it when they had them at 3rd and 5, 3rd and 10's even better.
At least for us homers.
We're going to admit that South Kitsap is our area school, and not that we don't like Olympia. We do. We love being able to bring you some of the different powerhouses from around the state. That's what's fun. But it is nice to see South have some success. Quarterback still has it. They've set up the screen. It's whether someone can bring him down before the first down. No, there is a perfect block on the outside. He is all the way down to the 35. That is number 33, Thomas Steele, a senior. Looking to see if there are any hankies, and there are not, so it's going to go as played.
Hearing all those whistles, kind of just like, okay, where's the flag?
None. He was just out of bounds. So it is 1st and 10. Great, well-designed play that the one person who could catch him was not going to be as fast as the receiver. Taking the chain gang a little while to get down the... Oh, now they're going even farther.
Looks like they're placing it right on the 19.
There was a flag, after all, way back. I don't know if there was a... I'm looking for my man in the white hat. He may have explained it and I missed it. It is 1st and 10 on the 19. That suggests a possible, I would guess, a personal foul.
It would have to have been on the Wolves.
Yeah, that they tacked onto it. 25 with it. 77 first in on top of him. That is Eric Interiano. And number 25, I believe, is Owen Shea with the run. No gain, in fact, a loss on the play. 2nd and 11. Yeah, I don't know maybe if there was a roughing the quarterback on that last one. where the 15 yards got added to it. That's one of the problems with binocular vision. You miss some of the little things going on around it.
Yeah.
Listen, goes back with the ball, finds his receiver, unable to haul that in. Pass looked like it was right on his fingertips. Adam Berg does not score.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're in that little corner.
Just have to look out the window a little bit.
So I've been told no audio. That doesn't make any sense. I hear it. Do we have it there? Yeah. It might just be on where they're listening.
Well, we are at 3rd and 11 right now.
On the 20-yard line, just in the red zone. Olympia Bears. Young looking for his receiver. He's going to overthrow the man, and the feet get tangled up. No flags thrown. Looked like the right call. That will bring up 4th and 11 from the 20. Great play. Some good defensive work on that. And they have brought in their field goal kicker, number 8. And I believe that is Kenneth Dinyu. South Kitsap fans calling for them to block the kick. That's one of their favorite chants here. And they succeed again. No field goal on that.
Oh, it looks like that ball was still alive for a bit.
Well, on the kick, the team, it should go back to where it was kicked on a block like that, unless they had picked it up and carried it the other way. We'll see where they place the ball. It shouldn't be Olympia ball. It should be South Kitsap. First down for South Kitsap on the 20.
I'm just so used when I see a pack of wolves like that on the field going for something.
Run.
And it's well, more of it. That ball is going to get caught by somebody.
Exactly. Score is 22-7, 6 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the third quarter. South Kitsap with the ball and a first down on their own 20. Hand off to the first man through. He picks up a couple yards at most. The board has it as 3, so 2nd and 7. Glisson working exclusively from the shotgun tonight. Takes that handoff, hands it to his running back. He's out to the 30, or at least the huge pile is. And Olympia's trying to pretend like they have it now. Number 51 coming away with it. It is placed at less than the 30 by about a yard, so 3rd and 1. Again, not under center, so you don't expect the quarterback sneak, although the quarterback has run that play. Looks like he's got the first down, depending upon where they place it. That is Isaiah Davis.
Looks like he got that first down.
The chain gang agrees. First down and 10 to go from about the 30. Oh, almost intercepted by number 13. Cameron Kendall in on that. Glisson just trying to get rid of the ball as he was being attacked by a bear. "13" pretty disappointed. You could tell he's a 6 foot, 170-pound senior. Got a bead on that last pass. 2nd and 10. Trying to move out of the pocket, but there are just too many guys around him. Line unable to keep the Bears out of the back. That's about an 7-yard loss. 3rd and 17 from the 3rd and 14, they say, from the 26. Pretty much a passing situation here. And the Bears are aware of that. Glisson running for his life, asking for a block. He's running along the sideline. And he is brought down.
I think at the 42. I think he got that.
I think he did too. Great job by Glisson. Great job by his men upfield to see the quarterback in need and put some blocks out there.
Well, he was able to maneuver around pretty quickly, and just knowing the halls of South right now, you have to be able to maneuver, get around our little capacity right now.
You have to have good moves just to make it through the hallways, and look how we're developing football players. Listen, if it's far enough, it is. A great reception. That is Oaken.
Got that at about the 22-yard line, probably a good 30-yard pass.
Exactly. So South, another drive, definitely knocking at the door. Not quite in the red zone yet, but 4 minutes, 23 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. They are trailing 22-7.
They're going to spot that at the 24.
First and 10. Oh, it's a blitz. Oh, nothing Glisson could do there. That was number 77. That's Logan Wood. 235. He outweighs Glisson by a good 40 pounds and took him to the ground pretty quickly there. That's one of the things I've been noticing about all the sports, and they had a great article in Sports Illustrated about how everybody's getting faster and stronger and bigger, and it just makes the collisions that much more deadly. Just, again, nothing there.
The pocket just collapsed on him.
That was number 58 with the big hit, Noah Perala. That will leave him with 3rd and 22. They are on the 36-yard line. Unless they have a monster leg on their field goal kicker, I don't think they're going for that. Ooh. As if the turf came up and tripped him. They called him down. I wasn't sure that the knee had hit. I thought maybe his hand had hit, and that is not typically down. But I don't think he had a big lane he was going to go through anyway.
Yeah. Just looked like his foot just came out the wrong way when he made that step.
4th and 28. In for the punt. Gets off the punt. Oh, and that takes a great South Kitsap bounce.
And the Wolves grab it at, I think, the 2.
Looks like the guy standing on the 5 is where they're going to call it actually touched. That may have actually worked out okay for the Bear, where he fell down and it bounced over his head. That would have been a dangerous catch right there.
Yeah. From over there, I was just reminded of Super Bowl, 48 with the Seahawks? 47? There was a tackle that the catcher on the return didn't see it coming and just got blindsided by one of the Hawks. So glad he didn't go for it. That Bear didn't go for it.
Yeah, that can be very painful. 1st and 10. Second, if he had not barely been tripped there, he might have gone a long distance. Really good job by South Kitsap, at least pulling a shoestring there. That was Adam, I think it was Adam Berg, number 4, with the carry. That's enough for a first down and to get them out of that really dangerous zone up to the 21. Clock ticking away here in the third quarter, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. No score so far happening in the second half. Running up the middle, enough for a good 8 yards on that. Several people getting up from the pile, but Owen Shea with the carry.
Well, sorry to correct you, Kitty, but the Wolves did get that touchdown in the second half.
Oh, no, thank you for correcting me. That's exactly when that happened. I just seem to think I remembered it in the first half. This is going to be enough for a first down. Bears coming around the outside on that. That is number 33, Thomas Steele. Bears going a little bit more to the ground game right now. They've had success both by ground and via air. I think what I was trying to say, no Bear scores yet.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say that because there it goes, straight up the middle to almost the 50. Another first down for Olympia.
Maybe they heard you. They wanted to make sure you were right. At least get that score.
Yeah, that I could be. I do have that kind of power. We all believe in that jinx. Boy, Olympia just runs at such a quick pace. And time out. I assume it must have been South Kitsap, which it was not a bad idea because Olympia was just running at such a quick pace. It was tough getting the right personnel and setting up formations for the defense. Just a reminder that we are West Sound TV, an all-volunteer organization, and that we go around the community doing all kinds of events. We love partnering with the Kitsap Sun to put on Friday night, Saturday night, Thursday last week, Game of the Week, which is a ton of fun. Doc and I specifically love doing the high school sports. We're hoping to get in some volleyball coming up. At the moment for next week, I think we have it scheduled that it was supposed to be Capital at Central Kitsap, but we are now looking at the North Kitsap at Bremerton game. Both teams are going to go in there at 5-0 from what we can tell. Bremerton was leading Cedar Park at halftime 30-0. So unless there's a major disaster, we're looking at 5-0. So that's going to be one of our nice changes to our schedule.
Oh, he's got
a man up the middle. And he is broken free. He is in for a touchdown. I think he's run out of the stadium because he's not come back. His teammates have gone to congratulate him. That is Adam Berg, number 4. Just broke it wide open, and certainly not what you want to see happen right after a timeout.
Well, I'm just guessing right now the Bears are just trying to keep up the speed and the pressure. I know South had been trying that the last 2 years, but the new coach is going back to a nice, a little bit slower tempo. But I think the Bears are just sticking with the fast tempo themselves, and the Wolves are just not keeping up.
Well, and that served them really well all night. But it's also helped the game go quickly, made it very entertaining. They are going for 2. And they have completed the pass for 2. So it is now 30-7. So that was about a 40-yard run for the touchdown, followed by a 2-point conversion. And we have a whole minute remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, with how Adam Berg was running, I don't think anybody could have caught him.
Well, once he got that breakthrough in the middle, they didn't have anybody in the secondary to even attempt to have an angle on him. One more opportunity for a kickoff. And they have switched between number 8, Kenneth Digne, and number 50, Tyson Holloway, as their kicker. Bears having a solid night here. They have Holloway back out there, number 50. Listed at 6 foot, 256. That is one of the biggest kickers I think I've seen in a long time.
I'm about to see if he has that weight and transfer to power on that kick.
Yeah, really. We can talk about the physics of it. Instead, he's doing a squibber, which the Wolf intelligently lies down on. That's a tough one to pick up. That was number 32, Blake Bingham, the junior.
Looks like they'll start on 30. Gresham, 31.
So Matthew tells us that he has done everything from camera to, I'm assuming, editing, directing.
Oh.
That's going to be a loss. What are all the jobs that you've had?
I think it's easier to list off the jobs I haven't had in video editing, and video in general, and that's basically writing, and I can knock off anchoring off
now
that list.
Now you can. Look at that. Now you have being talent. That's the only reason I do it, because they call us talent.
Well, Wolves lost 3 off of that last play.
I don't think they gained any on this. They may have lost another. This Bear defense bearing down. And that was Isaiah Davis with the carry again.
Looks like the Wolves will just let the clock run out for the quarter.
You are correct. We are looking at 4 seconds. 3, 2. And the horn comes. So at the end of 3 quarters, the South Kitsap Wolves have come back and scored a touchdown, but that was matched by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion by the Olympia Bears, and the score is 30-7. We are back, and it's the 4th quarter, and it is actually a very competitive game, 30-7. I realize that Olympia has a fair lead, but South has had some really fine moments this evening.
Well, I just, whenever it comes to, a little lopsided at the moment,
Yes.
There's that old Pete Carroll quote: you don't win in the first quarter, you don't win in the second, you don't win in the third, you win in the fourth.
And they have that opportunity, definitely. As a reminder, we are West Sound TV. I am Kitty Campagna on the microphone. I have Matthew Swagger on the other mic. And then, of course, we have the ever-dependable Spencer Anderson running our camera and our computer, live streaming this through the Kitsap Sun, kitsapsun.com/GOTW, thanks to Peninsula Auto Group. And there's a lot of movement down there on the first play of the second half. We're going to see if they caught Olympia offside or if they might be calling a motion penalty on the Wolves.
Oops, sorry. Sorry about that. It looks like they got down the Bears, actually.
Did look like they might have gotten into the neutral zone, so that will change it to 3rd and 7 from the 34. Listen, looking for a receiver. Finds it. Oh, he found his open man across the middle, but even if he had held on to that, that wasn't going to be enough. That is number 11 with the reception. Chandler, I'm not sure who that was because I originally had someone else listed at 11, so that's why I have a question mark beside it.
Well, number 51 for the Bears, Isaac, and I'm sorry I can't pronounce his last name, looked like to help block that.
I've been saying Mukian, but he has been busy all night. Ooh, that was a nice pass, but that was on 4th and 7, and they're going to turn it over on downs on their own 34. You can't really blame them because if you're going to have a comeback, you needed to move forward on that and get a score. So instead, they are unable to complete a 4th down pass, and it will be the Bear ball.
And sorry for that mic hit earlier. I'm not used to having a mic in front of me.
It's time you learn how. Yeah, we're teaching you some of these things. Just because you know everything else, you're trying to set us up so we can see it on the TV. You got us on SKTV. You don't know what to do if you don't have something to do. But a great game here at Kitsap Bank Stadium, and we do believe it's still called Joe Knowles Field. Beautiful field. Pass is off, unable to connect with his receiver. And it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Looked like that was Thomas Steele that was trying to get that.
"11 minutes, 43 seconds remaining in the contest. Young up to the line this time. Gives it to his first back through. Doesn't look like he quite got enough for the first down. Chain gang over there, setting up. It is 3rd and 1 from the 25 and a quarter line. Again, the quick pace, this time definitely enough for the first down.
Down at the 21.
Number 34 getting up with the ball.
And just on that play before last, just watching that one Bear just run through the scrimmage. They must be taking it from the pros on just keep on running, just keep on moving. After the first hit, after the second hit, just keep moving.
It's so important to keep your legs moving. That is exactly how you can keep going forward. 1st and 10 from about the 21. Young goes back, looking for a receiver. And he catches that. He comes over the top of the Wolf. I thought it was going to be intercepted there. Instead, that's number 4, Adam Berg, making a touchdown a whole different way. So a 21-yard pass with 10:38 remaining. That will make it 36-7. And we'll see if they go for 2 or 1, proving they can be successful at both, although the Wolves have blocked a couple kicks, including a field goal attempt this evening. Looks like Young is back in the game, so they're going to go for 2. Under center. Finds his man on the outside, and Berg's going to get the next 2 points as well. That makes it 38-7. 10 minutes, 38 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter and in the game. That was kind of disappointing because I thought the South Kitsap player played that so well, the defensive back. He was right there.
I just think there was a height advantage there. From up here, it looked like he was about a half a foot shorter.
Or half a foot shorter on the jumping. Berg is listed at 6 foot, and I don't know what number was against him, but a lot of their cornerbacks, if it's Johnson, he's only 5'8", but I'm not sure who it was out there against him.
Well, sadly, just looking, we really don't have the heights for a lot of the South players.
Correct. Originally, it had everyone at 6 foot, 100 pounds. And then Emma was able to at least get me some weights and heights for the starters. So I don't really believe we have a team of clones from what I can tell.
I'm not even sure if that'd be healthy being 6 foot, 100 pounds. You have to have a little bit more muscle to you.
I am thinking that is on the wrong side of the charts for that particular height. So again, we just want to make sure we thank the Peninsula Subaru Group for sponsoring the Kitsap Sun Game of the Week. We love being able to bring you the different teams around the area. They're going to do a little bit of a squib kick again to South Kitsap. I'm not even sure who ended up with that, but he was taken down by several Bears afterwards. Number 35, one of them, John Hadaway.
32 with the catch for the Wolves.
Well, that's Blake Bingham.
And when he caught that, he bounced off another player.
Exactly. They were all trying to field it, and that's the danger of those. Not exactly a squib kick. It went quite a few yards. That's a great kick. Glisson remains in there, hands it off to Davis. Davis with a nice number of yards there. Good 8 yards. Started out on the 21. Oh, maybe closer to 7. Or if you go by the board, it was only 6. 2nd and 4 from the 27-yard line. But you like the speed and the impact they had at the line itself. Here goes Davis again. He's found a hole. He's around the outside. And he is going a distance out at the 45, but as Matthews pointed out, that might be coming back with the flag. That is a hold on South Kitsap. Those are the plays where I always go, they didn't even have time to hold. How can you call that?
Well, that's probably going to bring it back to be about 3rd and 9, sadly.
All the way back after a really nice run and some great blocking downfield. Just a hold that must have freed him up there at the beginning. One of the Bears discussing things with the referee, once again giving us the hold sign. It's going to be, it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the infraction. All the way back to the 17, making it 2nd and 14, so they at least get the down again.
Yeah.
Up pass to the side. Oh, some openings over there. That is Davis again. Davis has just been the workhorse, even though if he isn't running it, he's catching it.
Got it up to about the 28-yard line.
Well-designed play. Just kind of chip away at that bigger number. Only 3rd and 3 now. That one bounces on the turf in front of Ogun. He was open. I think he had enough of a lane that he would have been able to get to the first down, but just underthrown by Glisson.
Well, it looked like Glisson was a very shallow hike, so he was having a hard time getting his hands on the ball, so that just added to it.
Well, the snaps are so important. We've seen already a couple poor snaps that resulted in turnovers. You like that he was able to at least pick that up and try to make something out of it. Punting team in. Nice distance on that punt. Good height, and he is going to just, I'm not sure I saw the fair catch, but obviously a fair catch signal by Berg. And as soon as the referee blew the whistle, the Wolf stopped, but that's going to probably be a personal foul. And that will cost them 15 yards. You love the anticipation and getting down there and, wanting to hit the guy. And I'm pretty sure he was just blocked in such a way that he didn't see the fair catch signal.
And just looking at it, that Wolf that got the receiver just about maybe a step away as he caught the ball. So even if he did, probably didn't have enough time to stop.
Talking to number 58, Noah Perala, 6 foot, 220-pound senior. That moves the ball into Wolf territory. 8:54 still remaining in the fourth quarter. 38-7 lead by the Olympia Bears. Coming in here hungry and looking for a win after their loss last week to Curtis. That handoff not getting more than 2 yards. Wolves still fighting very hard out there. Their defense has been quite strong. Just some spectacular plays here and there that have done them in.
I think half of that might have to go with the fans that are still here. It's neon night for the high school. And so you can still hear the cheer team out there cheering along. They're not giving up.
That's what you want in high school football. That's the idea of Friday Night Lights. First man through met by a pack of wolves, as they say. Number 77 leading that pack, Eric Interiano, just a sophomore.
Looked like, 8 wolves on that?
Had they gone anywhere else, they might have had some openings. That will make it 3rd and 9. And they have pushed them back to the 45. This time, a new quarterback. That was number 11, Nathan Herman, the sophomore, under center. And that not enough on that reception for a first down. Must be that Coach Davis is feeling pretty good with the numbers he has right now, trying to give a few more people some playing time. You always want to have a backup quarterback with some game experience.
Well,
they are going for it on 4th and 5. He's going to run. That's going to be awfully close. I think he is short of the first down. And that's what the South Kitsap players say as they are exchanging, bringing out their offense. So taking over on downs, the South Kitsap Wolves. .6:51 remaining in the game. Still a 38-7 lead for the Bears. But one more opportunity for the Wolves to get on the scoreboard, work that offense, build some confidence. They remain with their senior Glisson in there. Beautiful hike. Davis gets it from Glisson, takes off. He's past the 50, down to the 45. Brought down by number 55, Monte Grant.
I'm sorry about that. I keep on hitting the mic with my hand by accident.
Well, you have to stand to see what's happening. Is half the
problem.
Yeah, it's a lovely booth, but if you end up in the one corner, a little tough to see all the action. Great run by Davis on that. There's one of those lower hikes, but Glisson keeps it and then eventually gets tripped up.
Looks to be about the 44 or 43rd yard line.
That's going to make it 2nd and 8. Exchange of wide receivers. Half the team listed as wide receivers for this South Kitsap team. They've had one running back all night, but now number 24 in there. Off to Oaken. Oaken takes off. He's down the sideline. He's got it all the way to about the 16. Oh, they're only going to give him the 19. Excellent reception. Great run after the catch, and a good job by the Bears to catch him.
Well, it's good for Quinn going out as far as he did on that slant, just dropping the clock. That's what the Wolves need at this point. The more they stop it, the more chances they have to score those points.
1st and 10 on the 19. Glisson goes it to the corner. He's got his man for a touchdown. And that is Oaken, who has earned that touchdown. There's that cannon sound. You're not a kidding. That will wake you up in the middle of the night.
And I got the fans awake too. You can hear them out there right now.
Wide open that particular time, and that pass right on target. And, you know, we've made a couple comments about snaps, but we've also seen some perfect snaps all night.
They're going for 2.
Glisson looking for his receiver. Almost looking for a hold there, but nothing called. That was number 11 trying to get that. So no extra point. (38-13). South Kitsap band likes it.
Well, the band just likes to, when they can, they just love playing that old song of ours.
Well, and there were some heydays where that's all you heard all night long was that band playing that. We realized that this might be a kind of a downturn for South Kitsap football. Doesn't mean anybody's working any less hard. You look at the numbers on the sideline. Obviously, it's a cool thing to be a football player, and it is. So very nice to see the turnout, the great work that they're putting in, and it's just, this is only like their 2nd year in the SPSL?
3rd year.
3rd year, okay.
Yeah.
But as you said to me, one of the toughest leagues in the state.
Well, I think you were actually saying earlier before I showed up that almost everybody in the SPSL is ranked, even the Olympia Bears, I think.
Right.
And South is not, and that's kind of, you know, we are a big school. It's just that we've been through a couple of transitions over the last few years, 3 coaches in about 4 years. So not saying that we don't have a firm structure. It's just it takes a while to get used to certain things, and that will take time. And the Wolves will get better, and hopefully, you know, maybe tonight's that night.
Well, you're seeing some growth, absolutely. You know, these guys have played very hard on defense, couple touchdowns, and as we talked about in the first half, where they were in the red zone at least twice with opportunities to score.
Sounds like Jaws out there.
I think he's entered the building, and I don't know whether that'd be a wolf or a I guess it's a wolf.
Ooh.
Blowing the whistle long before. Not entirely sure what they are discussing. They're going to meet at this middle of the field, have a conversation.
Could be that they're going to talk about what ice cream they're going to get after the game.
It might be. Reposition it on that right hash, or right near it, and now they're moving it back to where the kicking tee is, again on the right hash on the 40-yard line. Number 18 Kyle failing setting that up. Kyle is 6'3", 165, I believe that. He is one thin man. All I see are skinny white legs out there, but he's got some power with those. Onside kick. It goes far enough. Or does not. It must go out. No, it went out of about the 49. There was a flag thrown. Thought it was touched by a Bear, but I also think the Bears got it. They may have picked up that flag. No. Illegal procedure, and they're going to take the ball, and that might be, but it went 10 yards, so I'm not sure what the illegal procedure part was, but they'll take the result of the play with 5:43 remaining. Number 11 still in there at quarterback, 14 with the ball. Runs along the outside. He's got almost a first down on that run. Nice, powerful run. Wolves try to string it out, but he is able to get good yardage. 14 is Tyler Woods, a sophomore. Nathan Herman, 5'11", 155. Not your regular quarterback size at this, and just a sophomore, so they must see some really good things in this young man. Keeps the ball. Passes off to this side. Man is brought down quickly. Number 18 with the reception and 6 with the tackle. So that's Brandon Vele with the catch and Nathan Marin, the senior, with the tackle. But it is first down and 10 on the 39, again in Wolf territory. They have spent their evening on the Wolf side of the 50.
At this point, I think the Bears are just trying to get another touchdown, try to get that clock just rolling so the Wolves can't do anything.
First man through, but there are so many of the Wolves, 41 and 51 being two of them. DeAndre Montanane and Darren Amian. Clock is moving after the running play. It's a beautiful September 29th for football. And by the way, it is my husband's birthday. So happy birthday, Bob, and to one of his best friends, Lee. Lee Bradley. They share the same birthday and are celebrating while we're up in a booth.
Well, he's watching, right?
I'm sure. I believe he said he was watching the Wazoo-Stanford game, if I read my text correctly. So it is 3rd and 7 from the 36.
Well, with it being the 29th, the next home game for the Wolves is 2 weeks from now, which is going to be the homecoming game, sadly enough, October 13th.
Ooh, but I love
Friday.
13th. I love Friday the 13th. He keeps it, sends it forward to a receiver, but the Wolves do a really nice job covering it. It's okay if he can catch it, but without the first down. 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. And our down and distance not up on the board, but it is 4th down. Fortunately, we have our chain gang. They're letting us know it's about 4th and 4. See if the SK Wolves can get him to turn it over. Oh, there's a bad snap that worked for the Bears.
Still throws it.
And he gets it to his receiver. Whether or not he has the first down, I don't know, but the Bear sideline going crazy, loving it.
Ref on the near side was saying it was down near the 30.
And they're going to give him a first down. Wow. That About the 29. That's too bad for South Kitsap. They did a great job on that. And great composure by a sophomore quarterback. First guy through. Why I say it that way, because there's only one man in the backfield with them. You just get used to that. Same with South, running a very similar formation. Olympia doing a nice job of grinding down that clock right now. One more chance to thank Spencer Anderson for being our cameraman and our computer man, and realize as beautiful as it is, we are in a window. And you got to try to keep warm while you're doing all this. Also, thank you to Matthew Swagger from the South Kitsap video production group to come and talk with me. Really enjoying having you up here. The Bear, he keeps going. He never went out of bounds. I can't tell for sure.
I think he got that.
I've not seen arms go up. I see one of the referees on about the 3-yard line. In fact, that's where it is. It is not a touchdown. Nice job by the crew to be right on that sideline watching his feet.
Well, you just couldn't tell. He was steamrolling through like 3 or 4 wolves.
Exactly. And that's number 14. He's going to get another opportunity, and we'll just take it in from the 3. That's Tyler Woods, the sophomore. So at 2:32, one more score for the evening, and that's for Olympia. This time they are going to give their kicker another opportunity at an extra point. Met his holder right at the side. Looks like he actually uses a kicking tee. I didn't know you could. Number 4 put it down for him. And that one's perfect. So that brings the score to 45-13. 2 minutes, 32 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. South Kitsap with one more opportunity to put some points up on the board. You know, they've truly made it respectable. There's been so many games where they've just not scored. And so this is a good thing that they're scoring. And I actually think their defense has played very well. But at this point, you get a little tired being out there.
Yeah. Well, I just know that, you know, they have been getting better every game. They've been getting that point total a little bit higher, maybe not last week, but they've been attempting to. So maybe that doesn't pan out for this game, but maybe it helps them down later this season. And hopefully it will get them motivated, you know, already looking to the next season a little bit with our juniors and sophomores.
There are still some of those teams coming up that aren't ranked finally, you know, that they are going to get to play. But Coach Vartanian coming in, trying to get his system working and getting these guys, you know, all on the same page. It is hard with a brand new coach to reel in, you know, 80 guys. So they're doing a nice job of trying to get it all working again. And obviously Olympia coming back from that loss from last week, you know, all cylinders working.
Well, I already know that I've had a few students tell me they're already looking forward to the Rogers game for homecoming.
That's good. That's exactly what the attitude you're looking for out of these guys. Again, on the ground, but a great job of picking that one up. That would have been Escolta, I believe. Oh, I might be wrong. Hey, I did that just for you, so that you don't feel like you're the only one to have hit your mic tonight.
Well, just kind of quickly, kind of looking ahead for at least me as somebody from South, that game on the 13th, it actually kind of brings back some memories from all the way back in the late 90s. Last time we had a spooky game, if you will.
Okay. Friday the 13th.
Actually, it was a Halloween game. The sprinklers on the old field just went off out of nowhere. All these random things are going on. And people were already talking about that stuff's going to happen on this next Friday the 13th.
Excellent run by... I'll see if I can get his number. 26, I believe. That's Matthew Burns, a junior. Well, you got to have some of those traditions and those great old stories. That's half the fun of high school.
Yeah.
Hands it off to Burns again with a nice solid run forward.
Looks like he got a yard or so on that. Ooh, he's down.
They have called timeout. It was one of the very first plays of the game that someone got hurt, but this is Burns who's down. He's gotten his opportunity to play and just got not sure what's happened to him on this, but they will call a referee's timeout while they tend to him.
I would say that this is year 3 of the new field. So for those that remember, we used to have what was called Slippery Rock, which was a field that was not the best. And definitely less injuries in the last 3 years. And just thinking back to the old Mud Bowl, which is almost 10 years ago this October, with how people were slipping and sliding, how people were getting hurt then. No.
Well, these turf fields are essential in this area.
Yeah.
They just are. You've got to play. You know that for so many times South couldn't hold a playoff game because they didn't have the right turf, and that's going to hurt you. But it shouldn't just be for a playoff that you have the right turf, that these guys aren't slipping and sliding and hurting themselves. And I realize he's fallen down. I'm not sure what has happened, but it's good to hear that the injuries have been reduced.
Yeah. Another nice thing is that the impact, it's not as bad as an impact as in the old grass field or even some other turf fields with how this one was, I was actually part of a little filming crew for that one, going over how it was being constructed in this field. It allows for a bigger hit without that much hurt.
More bounce to the field. Now, is this one of those where
it's not rubber.
It's not rubber.
It's
okay.
Coconut husks.
Well, of course.
It's organic.
That was my first guess. Exactly. Coconut husk. The coaches have him standing. That's a good sign. Doesn't mean helping him off.
Looks like he's favoring the right leg.
Oh, and immediately they are resetting the ball and getting back to work. It is second down and pretty much the full 10 yards. This time he has 2 running backs behind him. Don't know if that pass bounced. Ball's going back to the original line of scrimmage, so pretty sure there was no reception there. Oaken, the intended target again. And that ball comes free. Olympia pointing their way. I think number 80 comes away with it. Mason Beckley. It was as if it just never got into the running back's hands. I don't even think he knew it wasn't there. It was an interesting run. But Olympia is going to take over with 1:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Just want to take this opportunity to thank you guys for putting us on SKTV tonight. And I know that Doc has worked with you guys from a long time ago, helping to develop your program and working with the students and all the things that he's done.
Well, the program that we've actually about hit that 20-year mark when we started doing games. We've already hit the 20-year mark for the program.
Right.
And so I've actually been trying to go back through and document all those games, get them digitized.
Doc, you meant? I bet you he could help you.
Well, I'm just trying to get them digitized and post them back on YouTube.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That way other people can see those old games. Back when Fisher was still here, too.
Well, and we appreciate that you know, I know you guys usually do this and you let us come in, and we were going to try to work together and take your feed or that feed, and I think it's worked out really well for both of us that you guys get a little bit of a break. And Mike Downham was saying that they are now going to do a soccer game, and they're going to do some other senior days, so that's wonderful.
Yeah. If I may quickly, as the clock runs down here and they're taking another knee for the second down.
Which we like. We like to see that at this point.
We'll be doing volleyball senior night, soccer senior night, both Wolf games, of course, and the homecoming match for the football team, which will be on October 13th, and the final home game, which will be senior night, which should be at the end of the month of October, and that's going to round out to about 5-6 live events we'll do between September and the end of October, and we still have a full winter stuff to do too.
Exactly, and those are just things that they can't learn. Nothing better than doing it live, as you're finding out, being up here. You know, how do I hit my mic? How do I not do that? How do I do the right camera? And you guys have don't you have like daily TV programs that you're doing as well?
Yeah, we do what's called WTV, and it looks like they had a flag on that last hike. We do what's called WTV News, daily news show. We've been doing it since 2003 here in the building, 2005 to the community. And today was actually a special one. We did it fully captioned, silent, and signed.
Oh, how cool.
For Death Awareness Month.
Wow. Well, thank you for all the work you've done with the students, for joining me here this evening. It looks like we're going to have this clock run out. Hopefully, I'm not sure. I was going to check what down we were on and whether we were. Everybody seems to be walking off, so they don't need to run another play. Final score is going to be 45 for the Olympia Bears and 13 for the hometown South Kitsap Wolves. You know, another kind of tough night, but as we keep saying, a lot of good growth that we're seeing on South Kitsap, and we appreciate high school sports so much, so these are still fun to do. Well, thank you, Matthew, for being here tonight. Thank you, Spencer, for being on the camera and the computer as well, and taking this to the community and way, way beyond. It's always something that Doc couldn't believe we were going to ever do, going on the internet. And look at us expand. So I am Kitty Campagna with West Sound TV. Thank you for being here, and we will continue to bring your community to you.